let's get a check on what's playing out in the crypto market. We know it was pure red yesterday on the board, but that has changed today. We see it's more of a green scene there we have in the markets right there with XRP also deeply in the green. Bitcoin 4.86% after revisiting about $91,000. If you look at the charts, it did fall below 90,000, at some point, tested $89,000, but we see Bitcoin back up again, 4.86%. Seemed like some kind of double bottom was forming on the one-day chart. If you check that out, XRP $2.58, 5.77% up, deep green. XRP again might be starting its own rally with Cardano also dropping below $1, trying to get back above that. Let's look at the sentiment in the market now, how investors are feeling. They're feeling greedy again. It got to neutral yesterday. That was according to Coin Market Cap. But we're seeing Coin 360 there giving us greed now, 63 points. That's for how investors are feeling in the market. Let's look at some headlines now. We see Tether as they're mulling a move to El Salvador. That stable coin you hear about a lot in the crypto market. That's the company behind that cryptocurrency. So they're planning to relocate its headquarters from British Virgin Islands to El Salvador with the aim of leveraging the country's crypto-friendly environment. Then we're also seeing BlackRock. They're buying Bitcoin, but Fidelity, they're selling. At this point, going on the opposite direction. We see BlackRock revealed they purchased 318 Bitcoin, as U.S. spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds. That hit the 1 year high after being approved and launched. Fidelity also sold about 1,210 Bitcoins from its Fidelity physical Bitcoin ETP. So we're seeing both doing different things right now in the market. That might be driving sentiment from what we're seeing in the market with Bitcoin recovering from about sub $90,000, something about $89,000. Let's bring in Rume Ofi now, financial market analyst. Hello, Rume.
Good afternoon, Larry, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Rume. So we're seeing Bitcoin revisiting some lows. Some would say, 90K is definitely a high. At this point, 80,000 is also a high, but it cannot go up forever. So it's visited $89,000, but we're seeing a big bounce in the market. Is it Bitcoin just playing, with the charts, just following what the charts are saying at this point?
All right, because a lot of things are happening in the market. I think a couple of persons are doing profit taking. A couple of persons are actually reconsidering their portfolio, considering what is happening in the United States economy. And also you can see that the dollar is gaining. A stronger dollar is actually, we're seeing 109 right about now. And as the fact that the new U.S. president is coming, we don't know if the dollar is going to move up. But if the dollar goes down, softens a bit, we're going to see most times Bitcoin go up. But when the dollar is strengthened, people actually don't look at risk on asset like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So a lot of data are going to come up this week. CPI is going to be tomorrow, and I think PPI today, and a couple of earnings are going to be coming up. So the market is forward thinking, and with that, it's already suggesting that we might see some downs for now. Then probably towards the end of the year again, or maybe when there are favorable signals, things are going to go up. But again, a lot of persons are actually anticipating 20th of January. But the truth is that we already know that Donald Trump won the election and Donald Trump is going to be inaugurated. So for some persons actually saying that on 20th of January, we're going to see the market move up, that is not really a very strong way to speculate the market. Sometimes it goes down, and when there's a buying pressure, it goes up again.
Right, so I guess you're not expecting any hurrah move from Bitcoin on the day of inauguration. That's priced in, according to you.
Yeah, exactly. Larry, the truth is, we might just see some buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. We have exhausted the Donald Trump news from when the possibility on poly market was bet where the bet came up that he most likely win till his eventual winning landslide, right? At some point, some of us felt like there could be some tire at some point. Then he eventually win, but he won landslide. So the market responded to that. From there to now, we also saw the ETFs where the market moves from about 50 something to $108,000. This is Bitcoin in years past that was selling for less than $1. So we have exhausted that, and at some point it has to take a breather. Then we can see possible movement again when institutional funds start to come in. We're already seeing the ETFs outflows gradually, but my telltale signal is the ETF and also MicroStrategy. He's buying a bit, but a couple of times not as he used to buy. So you see that the interest before now compared to what it was before is a bit dropping. So, but retailers are not looking at that. They always think that the market will always go up and up and up, and it doesn't work like that here.
Right. Well, we've seen headlines flooded with MicroStrategy buying 5,000 Bitcoins, 6,000 Bitcoins. But I guess at some point that has to slow down. And we're hearing Jamie Dimon there, JP Morgan CEO, saying Bitcoin is just for criminals. At this point, that's his latest statement.
I'm kind of embarrassed by the CEO of the biggest bank in the United States saying that Bitcoin is money for sex traffickers, money launderers, and also ransomware. It's quite embarrassing because we have seen how Bitcoin has actually changed the digital way of value transfer, and we have also seen that the Bitcoin blockchain is most transparent, like it is much more transparent compared to cash. We've seen the situation whereby law enforcement agents all around the world are tracking proceeds of crime with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency analytic companies to where they are, and at the end of the day apprehending most of them, but in the case of cash, we have not seen. Cash is the most used currency to commit crime all over the world, and we've seen a situation here even in our clients Nigeria where the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have actually applied those tools being used all around the world in the globe to track illicit transactions. You can actually track illicit transactions. The Bitcoin blockchain is open for everyone to see transactions. You can go to the Bitcoin Explorer and you see all the movement in transactions. So for him saying this, if you ask me, it can be a way to distract, to put smoke screen for people to have this doubt about Bitcoin. Then the institutions or maybe his bank stylishly accumulating. But if you tell me that someone as popular, as an intelligent as Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan's, to be saying something like this, it only suggests that it's either is deliberate or he's trying to pretend that he has zero knowledge of what Bitcoin has actually proved to the world to be a seamless and a transparent means of transaction, which I even think that governments around the world are already looking at, because you can track illicit transactions that we're seeing people moving money, or politicians
Right.
all around stealing money and all of that. That can be actually handled well by the blockchain.
Maybe at some point we'll see the full use case of Bitcoin, when it comes to that public ledger and the blockchain technology, and that. But it seems you guys might find it really difficult to convince, Jamie Dimon otherwise. But thank you so much, Romeo. It's always great having your perspective. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ladi. Thank you.
All right, so that's all most of the markets we track are looking. We're seeing Bitcoin there recovering with a bounce. Most markets we track, the local boss deeply in the red at intraday. We'll see if that flips before the close of trade today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ladi Williams from me and the team right here at Channels HQ. It's bye for now.